Hey everybody!
Hey guys!
This is MaJeliv. We're the Vasquez Family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be reacting to the official teaser trailer of Deadpool and Wolverine,
It's a long teaser.
aka Deadpool 3. This movie has been very highly anticipated. Out of the whole family, only my dad and I have seen the first Deadpool, and then the second Deadpool, I think only you saw once, Dad.
Yep.
So we definitely will have to watch the first two together before this one. But this is the first Deadpool MCU film. This is his first entrance into the MCU, but most likely, based on what the logline little plot says on IMDb, he's going to come and make quite the entrance. And he's posing himself as the savior of the MCU. So I can't wait. We can't wait to see how they bring that genius comedy to all this and what they're going to do. And obviously, Hugh Jackman's going to return as Wolverine. So there's a lot to be excited about. I'm very eager to see how this again shapes the MCU, because it's quite a question mark time in terms of how they're doing things moving forward. So we're ready to jump on in. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're happy that you guys are watching this alongside us. Let's jump into the official teaser of Deadpool and Wolverine. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking?
Oh!
TVA?
Oh, snap.
Oh, he's a variant.
Be scary. Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Oh. The TVA? What?
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself
Or
while
something.
unconscious.
I was unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me.
Oh my god.
No way.
What?
Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell
Oh
what you're
my.
stepping in, Sensei. Cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. Am Marvel Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, what?
That's the 20th Century Fox in the back.
It's so cinematic as well.
God, I love this part. Wait!
That's from Age of Ultron, that forest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Sound like you know
Oh, snap.
Oh man.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. No, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.
That is a good teaser.
Wow.
Yeah, because it also doesn't say anything.
Nothing.
Like, I mean, it's obviously the way they're...
So exciting, though.
It makes sense how they're going to bring him into the MCU with it making sense in terms of, the TVA and the timelines and stuff.
Well,
but-
because he's gonna
Excellent.
keep time traveling and doing stuff, but
Right.
because of that, the TV is like, "What the heck are you doing, Deadpool?"
In terms of what they're actually going to make him do, what his mission is,
Yeah,
will he
I'm
actually
curious.
end up listening? I mean, who knows? That's
Yeah.
what's so hilarious about
well,
it.
too, and to see how the way Loki concluded, it's a very different TVA now, as well. So,
Yeah.
like, what are their new guidelines and stuff like that? So,
Exactly, absolutely.
wow,
Man, that's a
that
tease.
looks really exciting, though.
I'm so curious too where Wolverine will be. Like where on the timeline of the story of Wolverine will he recognize Deadpool? It looks like he's gonna fight him and stab him there in that moment. I don't know.
Right. And also, is that Wolverine, like, obviously the mutants haven't really been in the picture, and so are these
Right.
still the mutants from the Fox universe? Again, I'm just very curious to see what all that means, and maybe Wolverine jumps over it. Now, mind you, maybe this Wolverine with that suit, I remember it was kind of teased at the end of that the Wolverine standalone film, him having this suit that fans were upset they never got to see him wear. and so maybe it's just a period that we never saw. I mean, who knows? It's very, very fascinating.
Yeah.
But clearly, they're gonna make a mess of things, but then also somehow
Fix it.
reorder, and also maybe show how mutants will make their way in. But there's a lot of, like Josh said, there were certain shots that seemed very, like the forest, very familiar to Age of Ultron.
There's also some, I don't know if it was like from Black Widow or I don't know, like a lot of movies that we've seen.
And if you think about Scarlet Witch though as well, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are also mutants, and so that's the movie they were introduced in.
Would they come back in this movie, right? Things like that.
I mean, who knows? Yeah, absolutely, exactly. So it's very interesting.
And it's just like, imagine he corrects them, right? It's not like it's mutants, not not anything, not enhanced beings, right? It's
Right.
mutants.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Deadpool has these one-liners that are just
Yeah.
hysterical. I'm stepping in what you're dropping. Is that what he said, Sensei?
I can
I'm
smell what you're stepping in.
I can smell what you're
That-
stepping.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think, Mom? What is your?
I'm looking forward to it. I obviously it was a teaser, so there's not a lot to go by. I
good.
did get really excited to see TVA because obviously we love Loki. And I did, the hype of seeing Wolverine again, and I know when we heard about mutants in Miss Marvel, we, about had a conniption. So I think this reality and this summer I'm really anticipating this film for this summer. I am hopeful that this will be a great comeback movie for Marvel. I know we've been on a weird ride with
But
them.
it's also it requires a certain maturity for
Right.
for a company to point out all of the mistakes that they've made. So that is something that I hope that this movie does, is it acknowledges the wrongs or the missteps.
They have an opportunity to kind of.
An opportunity to state the elephant in the room, to state that you're aware of the mustard on your shirt, and to become more confident moving forward, and to
Yeah.
be able to just
Better.
kind of reset and
Right.
do it with a laugh, do it with something that people enjoy, and that I would be very happy to, because it's a comedy that I think we understand, especially since I think a lot of these, just based on what you were saying, Deadpool 2 was very much so a laugh at what Fox has done with the X-Men and all of that mess, right? Which is, I mean, it happens. These storytellers and it can become anything can become in shambles if you're not too careful. So the fact that this would be making jokes at something that we've witnessed, that we've experienced sitting on this couch, is something that's I think very exciting, because we will get the jokes, we will get the because we've taken part in this like I said, the mustard, the mess,
Yes.
it's something that we definitely can laugh at. It's like seeing like a young Frankenstein or Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like you can't see those movies and fully laugh if you haven't seen what they're based off of or what they're making fun of.
Yeah.
So it's
like that form of satire.
And same with
Right.
SNL. Like you can't
Yeah.
watch that and laugh if you
know
don't know what was before. Yeah, if you don't know what they're distorting or trying to make better. But
It's also interesting because and we kind of got this with Loki, which is the sense of like a third person, most bird's eye view on this universe that we've been watching, that we've been inside of. And so to see a character that's literally, I mean, as we saw, taken out of his world, and now like given this chance to come in, and it's so genius, and it's also very exciting, and I don't know how he's gonna react, because I mean, it's a lot of power and a lot of freedom.
I guess for me, it comes to a balance of. I mean, I know we're big on story, so
Right.
if they can do it organically in a fun way, I think it's just gonna be a lot of fun. I don't really expect like this huge, like profound, meaningful story that's gonna sit with us for years. But I could expect a lot of laughter, a lot of like, high stakes and like unexpected surprises, because I think this type of show just surprises you left and right. You don't know what to expect.
yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go in with that. I don't like to think about like, oh, Marvel and everything that's happened, they're gonna go in and like fix it. Like I don't think they're really I hope they're not going to try to do that,
It's not
because
about
at
fixing,
this point
yeah.
it's just give us a great movie
Just moving
and bring
forward.
Wolverine and the mutants in. I think that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these two actors are, I mean, I love their work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so yeah,
It's exciting.
I'm looking forward to it, but I definitely need to catch up
Yeah.
before this.
So you have more
And
content.
And I am sure they're also making this in a way where anyone that sees it can enjoy it, especially since it's the first Marvel film of Deadpool, and like officially, and also I think there's also an audience of younger kids who probably shouldn't be watching Deadpool, but it's there, it exists, and I'm sure they've written it in a way so that audiences of all ages can enjoy it. Of course, not all ages, not.
I mean, well, I think it says going to be rated R, but they're probably going to come out with the PG-13 version. But what's interesting to your point, though, is they're probably going to have, like, it's going to be.
Well, even if it's
genre
rated R,
caution.
kids are going to see it. I
Yeah.
mean, they saw the first and the second one, which we talked about when I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
So, yes, kids are going to get their hands on this film, and they need to be able to enjoy it, even though they haven't seen the first and the second one, which
Yeah,
they probably
very
have.
true.
Yeah.
So-
And I like how it's
Yeah.
called Deadpool and Wolverine, not just Deadpool 3. It's
Right.
like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Deadpool 1 and 2 is very much like it continued on with the story.
Yeah.
And even with this, it's like, okay, that story happened. Here's something new. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like you're fully feeling dependent on having to see the first and second, and obviously it'd be ideal so you have more context of who Deadpool is.
Yeah.
But it's still welcoming for people. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
I'm very curious with the fact that the title is Deadpool and Wolverine, and I know that's part of the marketing, but also Hugh Jackman he's one of the best actors I've ever seen. So for him to come back, I mean, he was pretty much done with Logan and playing Wolverine, and for him to come back, I know it's probably a lot of fun, play this character with one of his really good friends, Ryan Reynolds, but there's got to be something else there. And so I'm very curious about what that dimension is going to be that we're going to explore and get to know about Wolverine. And
Yeah.
we watched Logan, Matthew and I, we need to get you guys to watch Logan, because
I think that
seemed
takes
like a
that
good
takes more, I think, priority in my opinion to see Logan first.
Yeah, we could see Logan first and then Deadpool 1 and 2, so
Yeah.
we're all kind of on the same page, but it's that sense of, Logan was like the bookend, and it was like a perfect, curtain call, if you will, on Logan / Wolverine, but he's back. So it's like, why and how and will it work, or is it just going to be like a tongue-in-cheek, which again could be a lot of fun, but I'm hoping there's more than that. I hope there's a lot more substance than just tongue-in-cheek and fun, which I'm not against.
Maybe
I have
a little bit of
feeling
a-
it will be. There'll
Yeah.
be something.
Maybe
there.
a slight passing of the mantle. I mean, who knows?
I'm also realizing, like, I remember growing up, not Deadpool. I didn't know anything about Deadpool, but I remember Wolverine, even in the X-Men movies, he always had this, I mean, he was of all the mutants, he seemed to be the most, like, I guess with the knives coming on, like, the violence was a lot more intense with him, more than any other character. And I feel like putting on a movie for fans that know the comics and know the type of action sequences and things to expect from these two characters, this is going to give the audiences exactly what they know of these characters and the full essence of who Wolverine was written out to be and who Deadpool was written in the comics to be. So I think the fans of these comics will definitely have a party with these films,
Well
because
said.
you're not trying to appease an audience. You're really showing people who these characters are. Like, you're being honest with who the characters are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I really flinch at too much violence and gore and blood, and I know there's certain things that might kind of steer me away, but I also know I'm going into a Deadpool and Wolverine movie, so I can't go in and be like, oh, why did they have all of that in there? No, I'm kind of expecting that I know it's going to be violent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to enjoy that part, but I'm willing to go see it because I know I will enjoy the story, the comedy, and just to see these guys
Just have fun.
have fun together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the true fans are sitting there being like, yes, finally, thank you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Definitely.
So I can kind of feel
Yeah.
the excitement for that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to end it and kind of the
Definitely,
final
yep.
note for sure. But yeah, guys, those were our thoughts on
Yeah.
the first teaser for Deadpool and Wolverine. Very, very exciting, and it's right around the corner. I mean, it's going to be
Yeah,
here
it's
before we
close.
know it, and so hopefully they don't show
July.
too
July.
much.
I don't think they will, man.
Because yeah, I think it's very, very exciting. But yeah, we want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. So meet us down below. Let us know your thoughts on this film, on this teaser, on Deadpool as a character. How you feel about them bringing back Wolverine? If you're happy about it, if you're kind of like bummed or like kind of annoyed because you really like the way Logan ended. We just want to hear all your thoughts down below. Maybe some theories and thoughts, or maybe little things that you guys noticed that we didn't really point out. So just meet us in the comments. We always love to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this video and you want to have access to more MaJeliv content, you guys can become a member of this channel by either clicking the link in the description or this card up above to become a member of our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have two ways of becoming a member, but when you do so, you guys will have access to exclusive uncut watch along, is how we do, to our reactions to movies, episodes, things like that. So you guys are interested in that, you guys can check that out. But regardless, you guys being here today means a lot to us. So thank you. Go out there, spread your light, and we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.
Bye.
Bye.